Hello, welcome back to our TCAP commentary. So today we're gonna do Steven Bennof, right? I have never seen this guy. I think just in general, I remember seeing that Walls watched Steven Bennof before, but I've never been inclined to check him out. Like, he looks very funny, right? He looks like a funny guy, but yeah, this one is a recommendation. A recommendation that has been or should have been made a very long time ago. This one's by someone named Caitlin. She recommended this one to me like 3-4 months ago. Yeah, it's time to get to newer recommendations, right? So, as you can see, it's the To Catch a Predator Raw, the Unseen Tapes 1, because apparently Steven Benof's thing is not really like available. You have to go into like the full episode. But anyway, without further ado, make sure you like the video. You know what? Like the video whenever you feel entertained enough, you know? It would be greatly appreciated. If you like TCAP, check out the channel as well. I have a lot of videos or surrounding it, including a true crime channel that is bound to make you interested. But anyway, yeah, let's just get started.
We have had, sadly, a number of teachers surface in our investigations. But the very first one was a fellow named Steven Bennof. And unlike some of the other people who come up with excuses like, I would never really have sex with a child.
I don't know where I am.
I came over here because I was curious. He claimed
I'm lost.
That it was with somebody who was of legal age, not somebody who was 13 or 14 years old. These guys, like Bennof, dig themselves into a hole because they spin their whole story.
You know, while setting up to watch this video, I was scrolling around, you know, trying to find his segment, you know. And something that caught my eye in all of this is that you can tell that the camera is like a little bit angled, you know, like back in the day, you know, mid 2000s, everyone wanted to be so cool, as well as the damn, you know, I guess the media. Who told Chris, hey, by the way, we're gonna add a little bit, or maybe it was him, maybe it was Chris Hansen himself who was like, you know what, time to get hip with the kids. Tilt the camera maybe 10 degrees, you know, just so I look cool. Like you get what I mean? Like if you tilt your head like leftwards, I guess technically counterclockwise, you see that, you know, it's straight instead of, you know, it being, it's angled. The damn screen is angled. What do you want me to say, man?
Not knowing I've read the transcript. So when he says, oh no, I thought he was 23, and I've got the transcript right in black and white where it says otherwise.
What was that to hindsight, man? That was so cool. Chris Hansen is so cool, man. Look at, oh, those are captions.
Transcript right in black and white where it says otherwise.
Otherwise. Oh, shit. Just Steven Bennof. I thought it was with 2 F's. Oh, God.
I just wrenched myself. I was so excited when the phone rang.
Okay, so I don't want to pause so much in the very beginning, but I have a lot of things to say. There's also good news that's coming out soon. Well, in this video, don't worry. I think this house is very underrated, and maybe that's just me being late to the party, because for me, I think it's underrated. Like in my own personal top 5, I guess, of Sting houses, you know. One of the best ones has to be the takedown. Bro, ever since they blocked all those videos, man, I have not been able to stop thinking about it. But anyway, the Hansen vs. Predator house, 1,000,000,000% was the best house. Second was probably the place where they called Lauren Armstrong, that one. And then I don't know. I guess who do you think I should put in my top 5? I feel like this deserves maybe last place, but anyway, leave me some lists, I guess.
Where are you? Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just wrenched myself.
Like,
I was so excited when the phone rang.
Where are you? Oh, okay.
I need to get my new shorts on.
Okay.
Did you
What?
bring everything?
I can't. Hold on. I can't.
I was so excited when the phone rang.
Where are you? Oh, okay.
I need to get my new shorts on.
Okay.
Did you bring everything?
I told you I couldn't find a store.
No, other than that.
Okay.
Okay, great.
This guy is roaming around this house.
Wait, man. Did he see somebody? Oh God, man! I will say this: whoever the hell was the part of the filming crew in this damn Sting house were off their game entirely. I would, if I was Chris Hansen, I would have personally fired every single person that was holding a camera or a damn boom mic this day, man. I know maybe he does not have the authority to do that, man, but he should have had it. This damn house. The amount of times that they screwed up pissed me off, man. Don't get me started. You know what? Maybe this house is not in my top 5 anymore, man. The cameraman pissed me off.
Okay.
I need to get my new shorts on.
Okay.
Because he looks up.
I told you I couldn't find.
And I know there are some cameramen that come down right from upstairs.
Yeah, other than that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, great.
This guy.
What? What does he say? Though?
Okay.
How are you?
Bring everything?
I told you I couldn't find a store.
Yeah, other than that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, great.
This guy
Do you see how old are you? I don't even know anymore, man. I'll just
is roaming around this house, comfortable in a discussion really about sex. Did you bring the other stuff? Wink, nod, yeah. Turns out the other stuff, condoms.
Oh, man. Oh, crap-a-rooney, man. Here comes Chris Hansen, right? Stalking his prey, man. Going to go get his ass. But, the... something that came to mind once he said that, where he's, like, walking around very comfortable in this house, reminds me of the Rabbi Predator. Because he was also very comfortable. And honestly, I will say, I feel like Stephen Bennof looks a lot more comfortable than I forgot his name, honestly. I forgot the rabbi's name, but you know who I'm talking about. Because this guy, he's exploring the house like, bro, you don't live here, right? Like, this is a very... I mean, technically he was invited, but at the same time, you don't even know what the hell the situation is like. I guess I should say that he should be more nervous than he actually is. He looks he's happy as hell. Look at him. Oh man, the brightest smile I've ever seen on a Predator, man. He's smiling from ear to ear. But yeah, Chris hit it on the nose on that.
This
point.
guy is roaming around this house, comfortable in a discussion really about sex. Did you bring the other stuff? Wink, nod, yeah. Turns out the other stuff, condoms.
Condoms. Could you believe it?
How are you? Hi, how are you? Good. Would you have a seat over here?
Come here.
Sure.
What's going on?
I don't know. I'm here to see Brandon. What's up?
Brandon. Oh, God. One thing about this house, I keep mentioning the house, but I haven't seen this house in a very long time. Who was the last Predator we saw in this house? I guess it's John Connelly, but honestly, sometimes I forget he's part of this house. What was I gonna say? Oh, the no police thing. Oh man, letting them walk away is probably the most frustrating thing I've seen in To Catch a Predator, because they really just got away with it. Other than John Connelly, but that's because he was like genuinely a threat to boys all around town, you know, so they had to go get his ass after they caught him for the second time. But
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
the bar.
Well, he invited me over to see him.
Who invited you over?
Brandon.
Brandon. And how old is Brandon?
I don't know. 20s, I think.
20s.
Yeah.
20s.
20s. Are you sure about
Who are
that?
you?
Who are you?
What age did Brandon tell you
get
he
that in a
was?
minute.
23, I believe.
You want to try again?
I'm 23. Oh man, Stephen Bennof, man, you went to the wrong house, man. I'm actually in Houston, man. This was where I don't know where the hell this was at, but I know for a fact it's not this house. I don't know, man. If he wanted I was gonna say something crazy. If he wanted a 23-year-old man, I was fully available. No, I actually, beyond me not being attracted to Stephen Bennof, right? That's number one. Number two, when this came out, I'm sure I was like 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know. But 23-year-old, yeah, right, buddy. You're not tricking anybody, right?
What are you doing here?
Well, he invited
Still a
me
little
over to see
teeny
him.
tiny bit sick.
Who invited you over?
Brandon.
Brandon. And how old is Brandon?
I don't know. 20s, I think.
20s.
18.
Yeah.
Legal
20s.
consenting age.
Who are you?
What age did Brandon tell you he was?
23, I believe.
You want to try again?
No, he said he was 23. What's the problem?
I have the transcript. That's what the problem is. Brandon said he was 13.
13?
13.
What the hell?
You are.
Sorry, Chris. I don't know if you know who the hell I am, right? But my name is Steven Bennof, right? Bennof. However the hell you say it. You don't mess with Steven Bennof, Chris. I'm sorry, but he must have not got the message, right? Steven Bennof does not lie. I don't think that man has ever lied in his entire life. And I would rather believe that pigs started flying before I believed that Steven Bennof would lie, you know?
Said he was 23. What's the problem?
I have the transcript. That's what the problem
What's
is.
the problem? Is so dumb.
Brandon said he was 13.
13?
13.
No, he didn't.
No, he
You
didn't.
are crazy for the Nats?
Yeah.
Meaning the baseball team. If you don't...
Hold on. Okay, that's his username, right? I'm not getting that wrong. Is that his username? Are you crazy for the Nats? Is that his... Are you crazy for the Nats? Now I'm just asking you guys. Are you guys crazy for the Nets? Wait, I'm getting a little bit confused. So, is he crazy for the Nats, or is it has to be crazy for the Nats, right? Because why would he just say his username, right? Are you crazy for the Nats? That has to be, because I don't believe, right? I don't believe Chris is inquiring about his tastes in sports, you know. Or maybe he is. Who knows? I don't know. Chris is crazy.
Try again?
Nowadays.
No, he said he was 23. What's the problem?
I have the transcript. That's what the
Tell me,
problem
what
is.
team do you support?
Brandon
Bennof.
said he was 13.
13?
13.
No.
No, he didn't.
No.
You are
The
crazy
laugh.
for the Nats?
Yeah.
Meaning the baseball team.
It would be so... Okay, the baseball team. Thank you, Chris, for telling me, because for all I know, it was like a professional tag team, or like, I don't know. A tag team. You'll get what I mean. Imagine if Steven Bennof is just answering like, yeah, you know what? I actually like the Nats a lot. Actually, are you a fan as well? You know, not realizing that he's saying I'm just running with it being his username, because I don't believe it could mean anything else. You know, crazy for the Nats.
You are
like
crazy
I
for the Nats?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Meaning the
crazy
baseball
for
team.
the, okay.
If you don't see how graphic some of these chats are, then there's a tendency to maybe give these guys the benefit of the doubt.
Oh my goodness!
Maybe
yes.
it was his first time. Maybe he was just curious. But when you read the transcript, top to bottom, you know
Looks like Chris has
what the
heartburn.
intent
I'm sorry.
was. You know what these guys would be doing had there been a teenager home alone and not Dateline NBC. What are you looking for?
Chris is Dayline NBC. The way he points to himself there, I understand. Okay, he's saying his team, right? But, like, the people that feel sympathy for predators, I feel like this is a topic that I haven't mentioned in a very long time. They're weird. If you think a predator... Oh, sorry. If you think a predator is... you know, is a person too and deserves to be treated with respect, or whatever the hell you want to call it, you have not seen what I've seen. Okay, you know, especially To Catch a Predator, when it's better documented, you know, as opposed to some predator catchers that are out there that just kind of do their business. Like, yes, they probably upload chat logs on, like, you know, a premium service or subscription, whatever, so you could view those things. For To Catch a Predator, the chat logs are online. You know, the moment that you actually go and look at the shit that these men are saying, you feel no form of sympathy afterwards. Because as someone, me, personally, that kind of felt the same way. Like, I obviously didn't think these people were good people. But whenever I started checking out some chat logs of people that I found interesting, you know, whether it's, you know, John DuPay or Vincent Ambrosio, you know, Lauren Armstrong, the chat logs get very, very raunchy and very sexual and very demented, just in general. I implore you, if you think that these predators shouldn't be blasted on the internet for doing something like this, and it's all humiliation, and they feel bad about it. Go read the chat logs. I implore you, if you're one of those people. I assume everyone's watching is underneath the same I guess umbrella that we hate predators and people who go after kids. So I'm not talking to you guys. It's specific, but
transcript stopped it on him.
Because I've had some people
what the intent was
back in the day.
What these guys would be doing had there been a teenager home alone and not Dateline NBC.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? A daddy boyfriend. Cool, I'm 48 though. Is that too old for you? You look like a cute guy, but you're an even cuter girl. You like getting in the
Oh my god.
He says, if you love me, I will.
Holy crap, man. Look at his expression. Bro, he has had a complete 180. Look, he's not as stressed as I would want him to be, but you can see like those wrinkles have become more pronounced right on his forehead, and he looks a lot more worried. I don't know, maybe it's just his like don't care attitude that's coming out, but I know for a fact that like no, you must have got it wrong, right? Like the very laughing and kind of like joking, gesturing around attitude that he had in the beginning is 100% gone. Look at his face. That censorship went crazy because I knew every single word that man said. What happened to the blanks, man? Chris, you're letting me
but you're an even cuter girl. You like getting in the
You like getting
He says, if you love me, I will.
Oh no.
You say it doesn't hurt.
Oh my god.
And then you go on to talk about oral sex, anal sex,
forms of sex,
and all the different things that you'd like to do with him.
Oh.
I obviously made a big mistake.
Oh my god.
Do you do this?
Okay, I'm glad what I was saying is true, because I've seen at least one other predator before in the past. Like some predators, to me, they completely switch where I think they are gonna go and like say. But no, Stephen Bennof, oh my lord, he is shitting it. Cause again, if we just look, I don't want to go back all the way, but I'll do it. What are we in 1902? Like whenever he was here, like look at him, he's laughing, he's smiling, he's so ready, right? He's so ready to commit some atrocities. Is it atrocities? I don't even know anymore, but he's ready to meet this child. He's so excited, he's so happy about it,
Sure. Not in it.
Like he got his world shattered.
Oh, okay.
I need to get my new shorts on.
Okay.
Did you bring everything?
I told you I couldn't find a store.
No, other than that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, man, he has complete, and I thought that Stephen Bennof was someone who just kind of dismissed Chris. I don't know. I feel like he had that like look to him. Like I feel like he would have. Oh no, Chris. Be quiet. You have no idea what you're talking about. But no, he's shitting it. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I'm making a mistake.
What are you doing here? I obviously made a big mistake.
Wow.
Do you do this sort of thing all the time?
No.
So this is the first time?
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot.
I don't even believe him either.
It's true.
Oh, I don't believe him. Why do I feel icky? I feel like he's done this before. It's just. What is it with the men in this house? Like, this was the first time that, T-Cat kind of had, like, a real foothold, because I believe this was one of the very first houses that they ever recorded, right? Isn't it, like, the second one? Because I know that the first one was, Bethpage, New York. And that one was, like, very, very different. And I did enjoy it, by the way. If you haven't seen that video, I watched the entire Bethpage episode, like the whole full hour and a half or whatever. It was a blast. It felt like a watch party. If you have that, if you like that type of thing, go watch that, please. But yeah, we have the rabbi, where you for a fact this was not his first time. We have John Connelly. He definitely did not have this as his first time. Because he then goes and does this again the very next day. And now with Steven Bennof, I feel like he's the exact same way. Oh, God. I just feel like maybe he's gotten away with it once or twice. Whereas in the Rabbi Predator, he is fully, you know, a complete creep and weirdo and a predator in every sense of the word. And he's experienced. Because he was so calm and like, God, I hope we get to watch him again. I know for a fact that those videos get copyright strike because I'm pretty sure he's the one doing it. But if you watch the entire video, I don't think that would be an issue. And if it will, I feel like I can just go around it. But
it's kind of hard to believe.
Jeez, man.
Do you do this sort of thing all the time?
No.
So this is the first time?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hear a lot of that.
Yeah, well, it's true.
It's kind of hard to believe.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for a living?
I teach school.
You teach school?
Oh my God, he is a teacher. Holy crap.
What classes do you teach?
Special education.
So you're a special education teacher.
But he really said
Shut the hell up, by the way. I know, okay, I know that Steven Bennof is not going to try to tell me that the person he was going to meet was over the age. God almighty, man. I can't believe this. First of all, you know, whenever there are teacher predators, yeah, let me just start with that. Teacher predators are some of the most scary preds that have ever shown up in Psychiatric Predator, I guess, as a whole. You know what I mean? We have Stanley Kendall. He was abusive and definitely, you know, abused his own kids. Then we have someone like what's his name? The one with the red Ferrari or red Corvette. His name always like eludes me. Big word for me. People like that. I know that he was part of like a female like sports team or something, right? Because I looked into him. I did a whole deep dive into him or like a police interrogation. He in specific, Steven Bennof, is a teacher of special ed students. We all know what we mean when we say that. You know, some of the more vulnerable students that can ever be in a school, and he's a teacher of these students. It is scary, and I mean it, by the way. It is scary knowing that this guy has been around kids that potentially don't have the ability to articulate themselves and tell like other trusted adults like, hey, by the way, this guy is being inappropriate or whatever, and he's with them. You know, whether he's alone with them or not, it's not impossible for him to potentially get a moment alone with students. And yeah, I'm sure we all are on the same page when we are worried when he said that, man. Because jeez,
do you do this sort of thing all the time?
God, man.
So this is the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hear a lot of that.
Yeah, well, it's true.
It's kind of hard to believe.
He's kind of pissing me off.
I teach school.
You teach school?
I teach school, by the way.
What classes do you teach?
I love my job.
So you're a special education teacher.
But he really said he was 23.
I'm looking at the transcript, so
Yeah.
it's best not to lie, okay? Just tell me the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You knew he was 13.
Ah, okay, man. Listen, you know, Raw Knight. You know, let me bring in Raw Knight to the equation, man, because I'm tired. I feel like this guy deserves a punishment, right? Raw Knight, I've told you, Raw Knight's abilities are unknown to all of us. We don't really know the capacity of what he's capable of. You guys know I am famous for pointing out where Raw Knight is. He's right here. He's right here, man. This is Raw Knight, if you guys don't know. Raw Knight has the ability to shapeshift, guys. This is Raw Knight. The moment that Steven Bennof even lifts a finger towards Chris, he goes, you know what, Chris, you know what you're talking about. Raw Knight is gonna spring into action, you know, just come in here, light speed, and chop off his arm, and you don't understand. When I say Raw Knight is unmatched, until the Predators I actually match him with, but that's besides the point. You know, Raw Knight, he can shapeshift, right? That's why he's so quick to action, I guess. because Ron Knight, he could be his glasses. Like, maybe whenever he put them down for a second, you know, Stephen Bennof, he took off his glasses, set them on the table, you know, wiped his face. Went to go put on the glasses on his face. Little does he know, that's Ron Knight he's putting on his face, by the way. I'm telling you. One wrong move, you know, a foot-long spike is going to go through his foot, you know, his face. And just dispatch of him right there and then. I'm telling you guys, Ron Knight is not something to mess with, man.
I'm looking at the transcript, so it's best not to lie.
Ron Knight is hearing all of this from
Just
right
tell me
here,
the
man.
truth.
Right here, that's him right
You knew
here.
he was 13.
That's the coat rack, man.
He asks you to get pantyhose.
Oh,
There's talk about
What?
beer. Asks you to get pantyhose.
the kid asked him to.
There's talk about beer.
Oh no.
There's talk about condoms. Did you bring condoms with you? You did.
Yeah.
Set them on the table.
Set them on the table. Very stern voice.
What does that say about your
Two
intent?
of them, too, by the way.
With me, but
Oh,
just saying.
that excuse, man. I love it. I love that excuse, you know, because we all know. We all carry around. You know, we all carry a bundle of condoms, you know. Who knows, man? I could be walking down the street, man, and somebody just jumps on me on the opportunity, you know, of seeing me, and I have to be ready to respond, man. You know, we all gotta stay strapped out here, you know. I always carry them on me. In these specific shorts, man, be quiet. Like, I don't believe he pulled out, you know, like a wallet or something where he had them in. He just had them in his pocket. Like, what the
What's your
hell?
intent?
Well, I always have them with me, but I understand what you're saying.
Intent is critical in proving online solicitation of a minor. So if the
Wait, say that
decoy
again?
says critical in proving
I understand what you're saying.
intent is critical in proving online
Critical.
solicitation of a minor. So if the decoy says bring this or bring that, whether it's beer or condoms, and the potential predator brings the items, it shows intent. So when Stephen Bennof pulls those
Bennof.
condoms out of his pocket and puts them on the table, that's evidence. I mean, who shows up at a home where a 13-year-old boy is alone with condoms? Who does that, and why do they do it?
This isn't a pop quiz, man. Answer the damn question. What is wrong with him?
Who does that, and why do they do it?
He's like, oh, who does that? I don't know. Maybe. Man, this is a hard question, man. I studied for this test, you know. Answer the question, man.
That's
This guy is pissing me
I mean,
off.
who shows up at a home where a 13-year-old boy is alone with condoms? Who does that, and why do they do it?
He's like thinking critically too. He's like, oh, do people show up with condoms in people's houses?
Can you tell me who you are?
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators. And if there's anything else you'd like to say, we'd like to hear.
Ooh, he's a runner? Wow, he's a
Can you tell me who you
runner.
are?
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators. And if there's anything else you'd like to say, we'd like to hear it.
Ha ha, there he is, man. He's a look. Leave him alone, okay? Ron Knight is a little bit late because he had to shapeshift back. You know, he had to come back around. You know, after being here. You know, as the coat rack. You know, you could tell it's gone. You know, the coat rack is gone because Ron Knight shapeshifted into like an insect or something. Flew over, came all this way over here, shapeshifted back, and then now he's here, man. I don't know, Ron Knight, man. You have to be quick on the shapeshift, man. You know, he's leaving at this point, you know?
You never get used to seeing a teacher
Christ.
surface in one of these investigations, but the very first time, I mean, I was just shaking my head. It's like, how could somebody?
I just got food. I'm mid-recording, but, you know, hey, food gets served. You know how it is, you know? I have spaghetti with chicken. So, well, like the fried chicken, but not really. I don't know. You guys don't care, but I just so you're aware, okay?
Involved in educating kids, in this case, special education kids.
Yeah,
even a
special ed
screening,
kids.
Crazy for the Gnats, meaning the Nationals, the baseball team, would indicate that he's just a regular guy. You know, teacher taking the summer off, 50-some years old, going to baseball games. But here he is inside this house after a graphic chat, attempting to meet a teenage boy home alone for sex.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, it was...
Sorry, it's a little bit unprofessional. I'm kind of setting up a tripod mechanic here. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, I have a tripod, by the way. It's not a big one. It came with the damn mic, okay? Forgive me. Anyway, Stephen Bennof. Look, Stephen Bennof is a crazy man. I am pleasantly surprised with how it turned out. Because I mean, the thing is not over, but I just got to get my thoughts out the way. Stephen Bennof was a lot more, how can I say this? Like, cunning than I thought he would be. You know, he first of all, he was exploring the house, smiling, laughing, joking around. Then he sits down, he acts very unaware of the situation. He's like, "Hey, what's happening?" And then he gives a fake age. Then he denies it whenever he gets caught. This guy was definitely a lot more dangerous than I thought he was. And it was definitely a cool watch. I definitely appreciated Caitlin, by the way. Thank you for the recommendation, man.
You know, even his screening, crazy for the Nats, meaning the Nationals, the baseball team, would indicate that he's just a regular guy. You know, teacher taking the summer off, 50-some years old, going to baseball games. But here he is inside this house after a graphic chat.
And that's the scary part, too.
Attempting to meet a teenage boy home alone for sex. I mean,
like, it's scary how, I guess, how normal a predator actually is. Because I've said it multiple times, but if your predators are people you see in your day-to-day basis, maybe, you know, here's hoping you don't come across a predator in your lifetime or in your inner circle, but who knows? The guy you see on the way to work on the bus or the train could be a predator. And that's what literally happened to Chris himself. Remember, you know, we have Charles Lawrence, you know, Chris's, I guess, acquaintance. You know, he knew Chris Hansen, you know, whenever he would go on the bus, or I keep saying the bus, the train, and then he got caught in a sting operation. You know, I just hope that there aren't predators close to y'all. You know, it does not turn out that, I don't know, the person you're with, you know, that would be the worst situation. You know, your family member or your significant other is a predator. I hope that never happens to any of y'all. But yeah, Chris always points it out. You know, it's just a random normal guy, and that's what makes predators so scary.
Attempting to meet a teenage boy home alone for sex. I mean, it was mind-boggling to me. It wouldn't be the first time, but I didn't know it when I saw it.
I'm a lonely guy. What can I say?
You talk about...
Okay, so technically that is the end of that. Let me see. This is not gonna get cold, is it? We'll finish this off very quickly. So, Stephen Bennof. You like getting fucked in the ass? Stephen, go-to pickup line. Stephen Mark Bennof is a potential predator caught in the Fairfax, Virginia, suburban Washington, D.C. edition of To Catch a Predator. He is mostly known for being a special education teacher prior to being caught in the sting, as well as his smug attitude during his Chris Hansen interview, which is, yeah, that's the best way to explain it. Okay, yeah, he is crazy for the Nats. That's his alias. Formal special education teacher, I guess. He's divorced. He was born August 11, 1951, which makes him pretty old. He's male. He's 6 foot. He weighs 185 pounds. His hair color is gray. Sorry. His biography and chat. Before getting caught in the sting, Stephen Mark Bennof was a married man who worked as a special education teacher in Woodridge Elementary School. Which he was married? It makes it definitely a lot worse whenever a predator is married, for obvious reasons. You know, you're being cheated with, or not you're being cheated with, you're being cheated on, right? You're having an affair, you know, but your significant other isn't having an affair with, like, someone of age. He's trying to have an affair with someone who is a child. Two of the worst things that could happen to somebody, right? Although there were no official complaints about Steven's behavior when he was exposed, some fans that followed his case at the time claimed he acted inappropriate around some of the students. 54-year-old Steven began communicating online with a perverted justice decoy who was impersonating a 13-year-old boy named Brandon. He lied about his age, claiming to be 48. Steven repeatedly tried to modify the decoy's age to 23 when he said they were 13. The decoy said his profile said that he was 13 and then mentioned that he enjoys dressing up in girly attire. Steven stated he was a cute boy, but looked like a cuter girl. Steven immediately inquired about the decoy's boyfriend after hearing that he had an adult partner and what they did together. So the decoy had a boyfriend, and I guess Steven was like, let me hear about that, right? Later, Steven requested that the boy allow him to perform oral and anal intercourse on him. Steven offered to purchase the teenager girl clothes. He then confessed being married and warned the boy to keep his their sexual liaison a secret. Additionally, Steven acknowledged that they would have to meet up when his wife was at work because she didn't know he loved guys. Which, well, I don't know how to approach this subject, but what does that even result in? You know, what goes down after you find out that your significant other is attracted to the opposite sex? Whenever, let's just say, I guess the opposite sex that you are, you know what I mean, is the best situation. Like, you know, you can be a gay couple, right? But it turns out your significant other is straight, you know? So, in this situation, he was married to a woman, but he liked men. I know there are stories of people who have had that happen to them where the significant other just, likes the opposite sex that they are. I want to know what the hell happens. I can definitely search it up after this, but it's just a very depressing and just very strange situation because it's like, did you even love them at a certain point? You know, because you're married now. Like, did he love his wife at a certain point and then decided, hey, you know what? I don't love you anymore, or does he like men more? Like, it's just a lot of questions that can happen. I don't know if you guys want to help me out with that subject. Maybe you've heard of cases like this. I just assume that's the case. You know, they just kind of have this fantasy or, you know, this attraction as well to like the same sex or whatever, but they maybe still like their, you know, their partner that they're with. I don't know. When the decoy said he had to log off, Steven stated he wanted to meet and that he already liked him. Before ending the conversation, Steven wanted reassurance that his father would be out of town during their sexual encounters. Steven's profile pictures. Oh, I don't raise them, I just teach them. What a weird thing to put on a shirt. Sting. On August 17, 2005, Steven entered the Sting house in a relaxed and joyful mindset. Del Harvey, posing as a teenage boy, talks to Steven from another room. The two share a conversation before Chris Hansen enters the room and tells Steven to take a seat. Chris asked Steven how old the person he had come to see was, and Steven said that they were 23. He then immediately asked Chris to identify himself. Chris ignores his question and displays the chat log to him, where the boy stated he was 13. Steven pretended to be surprised while smugly asserting that the boy had not stated that he was a child. Chris reads out loud Steven's sexual explicit internet communication, at which point Steven said he obviously made a big mistake. Steven then claimed it was his first time meeting a child for sex online. He admits he was a special education teacher when Chris asked about his occupation. Steven goes back to claiming that the boy he said was 23. Chris, not buying his excuses, tells him he has seen and read the whole chat log. Steven continues to deny not knowing the boy was 13. When asked if he had brought condoms, Steven confessed that he did and takes them out of his pocket. Like most child sex predators, Steven claimed he always carries them around with him. After Chris queried his motives, Steven demanded to know who he was. Chris reveals that he was with Dayline NBC and that they were doing a story on computer predators. Steven angrily shakes his head and then gets up from the stool and walks out of the Sting house. Aftermath and sentence. Following Steven's appearance in the Sting, Fairfax County Police notified Woodbridge Elementary School officials about information relating to children. Stephen was later fired on August 23rd, 2005. He was arrested by the FBI on July 19, 2006, a whole year, a year later, technically. Stephen pleaded guilty to federal count of coercing a minor to engage in prostitution. On October 20th, 2006, District Judge Leonie M. Brinkema, I don't know, sentenced Stephen to 5 years in federal prison, 10 years of supervised probation, and a lifetime registration as a sex offender, and various fines. He was released from prison on October 28, 2010. 2022 update. In an episode of Predators I've Caught podcast, Chris Hansen stated he could not find any evidence that Stephen has reoffended. Chris said that Stephen had been living a pretty low-key life, and the most recent thing Chris could find was Bennof singing at some kind of event in 2016. As of 2024, Stephen still lives in Maryland as a Tier 2 sex offender. Let's see. Bennof would post his resume online after his release, writing that he retired from teaching instead of losing his job due to this thing, and used his prison work assignments to pad his resume. In his chat log, Bennof lies to the decoy about having played minor league baseball in North Carolina to try to come off as impressive, but this fails because the decoy expressed no interest in sports. Really? They actually did that. Wow. That is crazy. But anyway, I just gotta say something real quick, by the way. I do have memberships. I realized that I had never mentioned this. Like, hey, guys, I have memberships. But I do want to say one thing. So, first of all, thank you so much for Courtney E. I have been seeing your comments left and right, and you've been posting like under a couple of my videos or a lot of my videos, and I appreciate you a lot. By the way, you being the very first subscriber to the membership, I can't stress this enough. Thank you so much. But if you subscribe on the YouTube app, let's say you're on the YouTube app and you try to subscribe to the membership that I have, it will cost you $5, okay? But if you subscribe on, let's say, desktop, it will cost you $4. Technically, the level is, I put it at $4 because that's what YouTube said. Hey, just throw it at $4. So I threw it at $4. It'll cost $1 more on mobile. Okay, so I just want you guys, and maybe that's like 50 cents more to me, but I don't want you guys to lose any more money. I say lose, but I just, you guys buying one is already enough for me. I really appreciate all of you. And even if you don't, you know, it's just it's just a little cool thing. You know, you have loyalty badges and you have emojis as well, and priority reply to comments. I'll definitely see. You know, I think they have their own tab. I don't know. I think you can see them on my channel. Like, you can see the things. So the emojis, these are it. Can I zoom in? Okay, yeah. I have 4. I technically have like 6 more. So if more people subscribe, I would add more. The loyalty badges, they're also very, very cool, by the way. Like, they're the Possum Posse loyalty badges as well. You know, you go from blue, well, from white, technically blue, green, orange, red, and then 2 years purple. But yeah, you know, thank you so much to Courtney, by the way. It was just such a surprise to me. Like, I can't stress it enough. Thank you so much. And yeah, I have a lot of recommendations as well. I'm just gonna read off. I'm going real quick because the food is already cold. I'm gonna have to go back to reheat it. But I have 3 recommendations that are locked in. You know, people have recommended me. You can drop more, I guess. I have Robert Grabber, recommended by Ronald McTrauma. I have Sebastian Rodriguez with a tag along by M33446, and then I also have Stephen Coates by, I think, Mr. Yups 25. I think I'm getting that right. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. You've been so supportive ever since I said that, like, you know, all my videos have kind of been deleted from takedown. Very supportive. And all the people that have messaged me, by the way, too, on Instagram, I have no words. You guys do a lot for me, you know, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. You know, the also this month, I made the John Dupay a Halloween themed like thumbnail and everything. I call him the Ghoul Predator. I want to do more Halloween inspired Predators. There definitely a lot. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm a lot more happier. Thank you so much for all the support. You guys, I think the war love, to be honest, of you guys. But yeah, I'll leave that here. Thank you so much, and I'll just get going. Later.